Hey, it's me. It's time for our seventh principle from Think and Grow Rich. Thanks for joining me. And I know you have had a very busy day. Today is Sunday, and it is one of the days that we find ourselves busy doing things that we could have done throughout the week. So I thank you. And of course, we all have choices. And I had a choice to do some things today that needed to be done, and I got them done. So I'm so grateful. I also am so grateful that I got a chance to see one of my sons. He doesn't live that far, but in any case, he's busy and I'm busy. And the best part about this day is being here talking to you about thinking to grow rich, focusing on your life, meditating, turning within to commune with God, and working on your health, staying healthy. So now that it is starting time, let's take a minute to meditate. I just want to take about 5 minutes to meditate. So please bear with me and just give me 5 minutes, okay? I'm going to do a 5 minute guided meditation, and it's on whatever God tells me to say. So close your eyes, breathe in deeply 3 times, okay? Once, let's breathe in real deep. Breathe in, take the air into the diaphragm, breathe in really deeply and hold it. Hold it. Feel your cells being nourished with oxygen. Feel it. Feel the cells, knowing that you're moving unneeded cells out and you're nourishing the cells that you need. Now let the air out. Let it out, the bad air. Let it out. Let it all out. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Great. Now this also, let's do our second one. I'll go to what I was about to say later. Second breath, breathe in deeply. Hold it. Hold it. Keep holding it. Keep holding it. Keep holding it. Now let it out. Let it out. Let's breathe in again. Breathe in. Breathe in. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Hold it for as long as you can. And if you can't breathe really deeply, no problem. Breathe according to your availability of breathing, based on how well you can breathe. There are issues with people being able to breathe deeply, and I understand. So do your best to breathe, whatever air you can breathe in, to the level you can while you're breathing and holding it. All right. Now, breathing is good for the lymphatic system. It helps the lymphatic fluids move around. The lymphatic fluid is designed to kill off any bad bacteria or germs or viruses that's in your system. And of course, it takes practice and it takes a lot of doing on a daily basis. Breathe in deeply and 3 or 4 or 5 times a day throughout the day, and it will make a difference. Now, close your eyes, so keep your eyes closed. Repeat after me. Today is a beautiful day. It is God's day. I give thanks for this perfect, wonderful, successful, prosperous day. I feel good. I feel terrific because I am amazing. I turn within for a few minutes to commune with God, the spirit within me, the soul of me, the energy of me, my supplier. I turn within and ask for guidance, only for guidance. For this week, I ask for guidance, understanding, wisdom, and knowledge. I'm not going in to ask for material possessions. I have those things, and they will manifest. I know that as I go within to connect with the Spirit. So that's why I want you to do just a connection at this moment. Keep your eyes closed. Turn within and say, speak, God. I'm listening for guidance, for direction, for understanding, for knowledge. I want to know that I can make a decision and stick with it until I see it's fruitish. Guide me on making my decisions. Keep your eyes closed. to read this. Thank you. That was a short meditation, but I would encourage you, I would like to encourage you to take time out 5 times throughout the day and just do a 5 minute meditation. 5 minutes, turn within and ask God for guidance, for wisdom, for knowledge and understanding. You can also go before you do your meditation. You can visualize things. You can practice a law of attraction. You can feel music, hear music. The important part of meditation is that you feel love for the spirit within, and you're sincere with asking God for guidance, for wisdom and understanding. If you go to God and ask God for material things, you must remember that God is not a material God. God is a spiritual God. But God will manifest your need whenever you need them and whatever you desire, as long as you desire God first. I know a lot of people think that is not what people are used to, or well, let's put it this way. I've had people tell me, well, do you use any visualizations, imagination, and etc.? Sure, we can do all of those things, but those things are on a mental level. After we do the visualizations and the using our imagination and doing the affirmations, we still need to be quiet so we can listen to God speak to us. Because when God speaks, or when we feel the presence of God, that's when prayer begins. That is when prayer begins. So let's practice that form of meditation. Going into the meditation with your affirmations, your visualization, etc., and then letting them go. Do not entertain the thoughts that come into your mind. Just let them go and listen. Just continue to listen. The thoughts will come, but you have to ignore them. Okay, now let's get to our principles. We're on principle number 7. I will get back to meditation and help a little bit later, but mainly help after this because we covered meditation already. But decision. Decisions are hard to come by. What do I mean by that? Tell me, did you make a decision to do something and you changed your mind within a matter of hours or minutes or days or weeks? Well, if you said you were going to the grocery store at 9 o'clock or before 9 and you didn't go, you did make a decision that you were going to go, but you didn't fulfill it. That means you did not commit to your decision. That is what principle number 7 is about. They gave an example. They gave several examples. Well, there are several examples in the book Think and Grow Rich. One of the examples is Henry Ford. Henry Ford was making this Model T car, and he had the same car for years, the same color, the same model, the same style. And all the people that were buying his cars, they were like, can you change it? Give us another color, another model or something? He said no. He refused. He was not going to change that model until he felt like he was ready. They said that decision almost messed him up, almost, lost him a lot of money. But in the meantime, he stuck with the decision long enough to make millions of dollars. Sticking with your decisions can make a huge difference. We all fail to stick with our decisions here and there, and every now and then. But the key to success is to stick with your decision to be or to do whatever you have planned to do. If you plan to start a business and you want to name your business a certain name, or if you chose 3 names you're going to choose with, and when you finally decide one, stick with that choice. You made a decision and you want to stick with that because the decision you made was a decision that you felt good about, that you fed energy into. You had a deep vibration for that decision. And with that being said, your vibrational energy, that frequency of love for that decision is going to make your plans a lot easier to plan, or it's going to go a lot smoother. So making a decision is very, very important for success. For instance, if you decide that you're going to open a coffee shop, and let's take away the coffee shop. Let's talk about a vegetarian juice bar. You're going to open up a vegetarian juice bar. And in this juice bar, you want to create healthy, nutritious juices out of fruits and vegetables. And they're going to be all organic. Now, of course, in this day and age, organic fruits and vegetables is rare. It really is. And we're not even sure if it's really totally organic. So you have an issue there. If you're really sincere to making it an organic fruit and vegetable bar, then you have to look into where you're going to get your organic fruits and vegetables for, how much it will cost, because that is a decision you want to stick with. Your brand is organic. You made the decision to do only organic fruits and vegetables. And then you realize along the way, because you did investigate, you probably will realize along the way that it's hard to get enough organic vegetables and fruits. And when you do get them, you have to raise the prices up so high that you're limited to making as much money as you could. Now, not to say that is true. I'm just talking about being able to make a decision, getting information on that decision, making sure you can stick with your decision to make it a success. Because if you don't stick with your decision, things become kind of confusing and vague, and you're trying to figure out how can you stick with your commitment as you made the decision to name your juice bar the organic juice bar. Fresh vegetables, fruit, and fresh juice and vegetable juices, nutritious, organic. So what I'm saying is this: yes, make that decision, but check it out because you don't want to go back on your decision. Now, you can change your plans. You can say, okay, I realize being organic is very difficult in this time and age because I'm limited on organic fruits and vegetables. Everywhere I go, an organic fruits and vegetables, even at the market, the grocery stores, you have a very small section of fruits and vegetables, organic fruits and vegetables, And you go to other stores, you have a small section. You go to the farmer's market, you may have a little bit more of a selection, a variety of selections, or a little bigger section for your fruits and vegetables. But the section that they have may not be what you want, because you want to make sure you have a variety of what you have on your menu. So you check that out first, because your decision is very important. You do not want to be discouraged by what is not available on a daily basis. You do not want to be discouraged, because discouragement sets in easily without you knowing it. And then it'll make you feel bad, you even lose hope, etc. So many things can fall in on you if you don't investigate what you are doing before you make that final decision. So let's say you made a decision. Now that you found out that you can't get you can get organic fruits and vegetables on a regular basis, because you can always find the apples you need. You can't always find the carrots you need, or the celery, and etc., or the spinach, or the parsley, or whatever it is that you put in your fruits and vegetables, in your juices. And so you realize, man, I gotta mix this up. And let me say this, it is known that anything that is not organic, that is mixed with organic, is not organic anymore. So you want to specify that you're going to specifically supply organic fruits and vegetables when available, but this is a fresh juice and vegetable juice bar, or fresh vegetables and juice, a fresh vegetables and fruit juice bar. Wow, those are tongue twisters, sort of, huh? So anyway, you want to be specific, because you want to stick with your decision, and you want to be proud. You want to be proud of what decision you have made, or what decision you're going to make. Also, in the decision chapter, it says if you make a decision and it doesn't, like I just mentioned, if it doesn't, if you can't fulfill that decision, it's okay. You can change it. So you can change plans. If it's not working, change your plans again and again. If you can't get the vegetables and fruits like you want, change your plans. You can also include organic vegetables, salads, organic steamed vegetables, and etc. Or just say regular vegetables plus, we do have some organics. You word it the way you need to word it to make it work. That's the decision that you made, and you want to stick with it. Because when you don't stick with your decisions, you're telling your subconscious mind that I'm wishy-washy, that I can't make my mind up. So I'm going to confuse you, and then when I do get ready to do this, it's almost like, okay, I can help you. I can really help you, because I'm confused too. You told me you're going to make, I need to charge. Hold on 1 second for me. I gotta charge my battery. Plug my battery up. So I'm still talking, but I'm seeing when you want to make a decision, you make your decision based on the fact that you are going to stick with that decision, right? You want to stick with your plans. You want to make sure that you have everything you need for your business, and you don't want to be discouraged because something did not work out the way you wanted it to work out, and you want to be on top of your game. Now, of course, I had to get out in front of the screen because my battery pack was dying. So I apologize. Things happen, don't they? They just happen. And sometimes you think you have everything in order and everything under control, and you don't. Going back to decisions. When you make a decision, you have to really, really check out everything. I should have checked for the battery value of the battery, or how much I had left. I should have plugged it in, made sure it was charging, but I didn't, because I was writing down my notes and etc. and getting ready and meditating, etc. So decisions, you make a decision, you check off, get a checklist, check off everything you need to check off, and of course someone's yelling outside the hall, and this is. Excuse me again. Okay, I'm back. Now, this is a live stream, and if you're on YouTube, you can ask questions and comments and even write some comments. I know it's really something when you have a door close to you or you're recording. Like in my case, I'm in my office, and people walk down the hall on a Sunday afternoon making noise. What can I say? What can I do? But in any case, I wanted to make sure that I was able to address some issues, some make you aware that when you make a decision, you want to stick with them. And most people don't stick with their decisions. They really don't. That's why most people are in the situations they're in now. If you really want to be successful, if you really want to think and grow rich, it's important to write your plans and to make a decision and to believe in your decision and to watch, to look out for, to be aware of what you need to keep that decision strong, to make sure it works for you. Because your decision is a part of your plan. And your plan is to succeed in whatever you desire to be or do. So you want to make sure that you make the decision. I also would like to say, I don't keep account of who's watching or etc. But if you are, would you please write down a comment or just make a note or email me at Meditation Wellness Club to let me know that you tuned in today. That would be really nice. I know it's also good to say thank you. I do say thank you, and I would like for you to subscribe and to let me know if there's any questions you need answered or any information you would like for me to cover. I am this session, this class is based on lifting people up to a higher level of consciousness so they can eventually understand it's important to think about things, but to understand things and to get knowledgeable about whatever they're going to do or what they desire to do. Now, I have a lot of people that have, I'm just going to tell it like it is. I believe most people don't really have a desire to be successful in life or even to be healthy. And I'll tell you why. I've been in business for a long time. I've had people come in here to get services, colonics, nutritional consultation, other things we do here. And I talk to people all the time, everywhere. And they talk about how important it is, how they want to stay healthy, how they want to meditate, how they want to, dream big and do things. But yet, I found out that a lot of us, including myself, have done this. We tend to say a lot of things, but don't act upon it. So that's why I wanted to bring this to you, so you can be able to act upon your decision, to be able to say, I want to do something that is going to benefit me as well in the long run. For instance, my question to you is, whose job are you fulfilling? Whose business are you making a success? Who are you making rich? If you're not making yourself rich, you're making somebody else rich. If you're not fulfilling your dream, you're fulfilling somebody else's dream. If you're not taking care of your health, then your health is going down the drain. You may not see it right now because at different times things affect us. So I'm not saying your health is going to go down the drain. I apologize if I made you feel like we're saying that. But what I'm saying is, if you don't take the initiative and to start taking care of your body, really taking care of your body, you'll find yourself in a position of a vulnerable position that when you go to the doctor, you're so vulnerable that when the doctor says you have this, you believe it and you start crashing. You give up. That's what you want to prevent. Making a decision to being healthy is very important. That is very important. It's a wise decision. So making any kind of decision, a decision to focus on finding the truth out about your spirituality, finding the truth about what is going on in our world, discovering who you really are, what you really want to do, what you love to do. And I know most people, not all people want to, try something new, and I understand that. And that's okay. But I just wanted to relay that to you to say, you have a purpose in life. You have a divine purpose. And whatever that purpose is, it would be really nice to find out that when you like to find that out, it would be really nice to discover what your divine purpose is. Now, don't get me wrong, it may not, divine doesn't mean spiritual, just spiritual things. Divine means you have a purpose when you were born. What is it? I don't know. And I want you to go within and ask God, what is my divine purpose? And also, I want you to say to yourself, what do I love to do the most? What can I do that will benefit others? I'm gonna pause this for a second. We can hear people talking, but get them. Okay, can I say? See, I made a decision to do this, and this is the place I have to do it in. So, big deal, right? Anyway, what I'm saying is this: decide what you want to do and be. And you may say, "Oh, it's too late for me to live my dream." Maybe it is in your mind, but it's never too late to live your dream. Never, unless you're not here anymore. So make a decision to find out what you're supposed to be doing. Ask yourself, who am I? What am I supposed to be doing in this world? That's what you want to do. Now, let's get to health. I kind of covered a few, I mentioned health at one point, and I was talking about the importance of being responsible. You know, you are your first doctor. And what do I mean by that? What I mean is this: if you want to be healthy and be responsible for your health, then think about it. Think about how you feel after each meal, how you feel when you wake up. Think about what you can do to keep yourself healthy and vibrant and energized. And remember, we are all are going to get older. We are all are going to get to the point where anything can happen with our health. And I'm not talking about an accident. I'm talking about something that may be occurring now if we're not checking our health out. So just be aware, you don't want your health to go down the drain just because you probably didn't plan to stay healthy, or you probably didn't prevent yourself from getting anything that's not healthy. We stay busy. I know it's easy to be busy and entertained and to forget about our health. We're so busy now that we forget about God. We forget to go within and pray. And we believe that because we go to a place to worship every Sunday, that's good enough. And then when we do go to some place to worship every Sunday, a lot of the times we go in the same way and come out the same way. When you go to a place to worship, you should come out more enlightened, more in tune, more fulfilled, and with a better understanding of who God is, the nature of God, and etc. And you should be a little bit kinder or kind anyway, and not just to win someone over, and not just for ulterior motive, but to be able to just say, "I'm loving you because I'm loving God in you." That's what you want. So when it comes to health, I want to talk about B vitamins. B vitamins is a supplement that is good for the brain. It helps to nourish the brain. When you eat sugar, sugar destroys your B vitamins, which B vitamins are good for the brain. So if you're eating a lot of sweets, you want to make sure you do take plenty of B vitamins throughout the day. Well, you can take one in the morning, one at dinner time, or one in the afternoon and at dinner. But taking B vitamins is important because they work on keeping your brain healthy. They also work on your metabolism. Yes, they do. On your nerves. So look into your B vitamins and start investing in your health by taking supplements. Supplements are important because you can't find a lot of the nutrients in our food anymore. It's just not there. But if you want to really get healthy and stay healthy, focus on taking supplements. Now that I said all of that, Let me read from my wonderful health handbook. Let me read about papaya. Oh, I know what I want to read about. Let me see. It talks about enzymes. Enzymes taken at bedtime will help complete digestion of food that's left in your stomach. Let's talk about enzymes. Enzymes are in every raw fruits and vegetables. Enzymes help to digest your food. But when you eat cooked vegetables and cooked food, carbohydrates and meats and etc., there are no enzymes there. Enzymes are destroyed at a temperature above 118 degrees Fahrenheit. So the enzymes are destroyed. You want to take enzyme supplements to keep so it can help you to digest the food. Otherwise, you may feel bloated, feel sluggish, and etc. And you don't get the life out of the food like you would if you had the enzymes. So take enzymes. Let's talk about hydrochloric acid. It helps in protein assimilation as well as fats and carbohydrates, as probably the word in fats and carbohydrates. So that's hydrochloric acid. Some of these books are, the words are spelled a little bit wrong, and I was reading from my book, so, it should probably be helps with fats and carbohydrates. Iron deficiency may be related to toxins and poor elimination. Poor elimination, what is that? What is she talking about? If you're not eliminating regularly, you are collecting toxins in your colon, and that is what goes back into the system, but it's not the iron being absorbed in the colon like it should. Your minerals are absorbed in the colon, through the colon, and it goes back into the bloodstream. I know I said a mouthful, but basically that's what happens with the minerals. They absorb in the colon and they go back. So if you're not eliminating properly, that means you're not able to absorb the minerals so they can assimilate back into your system. That goes back to understanding why eating healthy is important. Eating healthy is very important, and a lot of what's happening in today's world, there's so many restaurants and so many packaged foods that we'd rather buy a food that's loaded with salt, with MSG, with different kinds of seasoning that are toxins, and we just go home and take them out of the box or out of the can, and we put it on the pot on the stove, and we just eat. And then of course you say, oh, I cooked my food, but we cook our food, put all the seasoning that's loaded with MSG, with a lot of artificial seasoning, with a lot of salt, and we put that in our food. So we're basically doing the same thing that they're doing, except we think we're doing it, we're eating healthier. But on the other hand, if you read the ingredients, you have in the ingredients the same thing that is in the box. So be mindful. Nutrition is very important. Your health is very important. And if you were to think and grow rich, you would think about your health as well, right? So you want to think and grow rich. You want to think about your health. You want to ask questions. You want to know what to do and what not to do. That's why I love this on StreamYard. You're able to ask questions and make comments. And of course, that's a choice you want to think about. What do you want to know? What is it that you need to know about health and nutrition? What is it that you need to know about meditation? What is it that you need to know about, what is the purpose for this Think and Grow Rich class? This is a class because you need to study, you need to practice the principles. Basically, I'm making it very simple because this is a fast world. That's as simple as I can put it. It's a fast world. Everybody wants things right away, fast, here and now. And the body doesn't work that way. The mind is being programmed to try to work that way, but the mind is you can't listen to the spirit speak if you're constantly thinking about something. You can't even think about eating healthy if you're constantly rushing to eat. You can't even think about exercising. You can't even think about what's going to happen in the future if I keep eating this way, because we want things now. We are being programmed to get it now. And now is not a good thing when it comes to your health. To meditate now and to be in the presence of God now is a good thing. And if you have time to listen to the Spirit speak to you is a good thing. So while you're thinking to grow rich, you want to be able to make wise decisions on what you're going to eat, when you're going to exercise, when you're going to meditate, when you're going to execute your plans. Remember the principles. You have a desire. You have a desire. Your desire is to change your paradigm, to shift it, to do something different, to make whatever you're doing better. It's a desire that you can execute. Then you have a plan. You want to plan this. You want to write your plan. You want to have faith in what you believe in, what you're doing. You want to believe that it's possible. Have faith in yourself. Believe that it's possible. You can. Yes, you can make it happen. So believe that. Make decisions. Use your imagination, your visualization. Visualize yourself being healthy, thinking healthy thoughts, having a positive mental attitude. Visualize yourself doing all the things you desire to do and the things that you had planned to do, and you see yourself doing that. Use your imagination. Believe that it's possible. Believe in yourself. I know sometimes, when I counsel people on nutrition, I can feel, I can sense people's vibes. And I do sense what's happening right now. I know that what I'm feeling is true because I have a very keen sense of feelings. I'm in tune with my emotions. I can really feel what's going on in this world. So I'm seeing this to say this. I know it's hard. I know it's hard to refocus your mind on being better than you are today, or listening to something that you could easily ignore, or you don't want to listen to, or you don't feel is important. I know that being busy watching your team on television, watching your favorite show, listening to your minister preach. I know that is what most people prefer. But I'm trying to get you to realize it's important to also be mindful of you. Be mindful of what you're doing with you. I've had my experience with people I sat down and talked to, and I felt like I was hitting against a brick wall because they weren't there. They weren't there. And I know that a lot of people that tune into certain things, if you can make a comment, then that'll be great. But I know a lot of times you want to say something, you have something to say, and you want to ask questions, which is great. But I also will say this again. I can feel the distance when I ask people about their health. I can feel they're not totally aware of where they're going to be in 10, 20 years, 40 years from now with their health, because they have no idea what they're doing today is setting up for tomorrow or 4 or 5 to 10 years from now. And that's why I want to encourage you to take time out to think about your health. Don't ignore it. It is one of the hardest things to take control of. I will admit, it is one of the hardest things to take control of. But it's one of the most important things to take control of. It's so easy to be busy doing this and doing that, opposed to thinking about how I need to eat, what I need to eat, what I need to do to stay healthy. It's so busy to go to outside worshiping places, to go to yoga places, to go to the gym, to go sit in front of the television, opposed to saying, I'm going to take 5 minutes at the top of each hour and I'm just going to be quiet. It's not entertaining, is it? I know. It's so easy to ignore that we need to connect with the spirit within. So easy to ignore that. I ask people about meditation all the time, and they say they meditate all the time. I believe they do, but I ask them questions that I know they should have the answers to, and they don't have the answers to them pertaining to meditation. Why they meditate? What is meditation? What are they looking for when they meditate? All the answers I get are vague or they don't really know. So I know it's boring and not of a high interest because of the way things have been. We are programmed now to have things moving fast, really, really quickly. And that means if I don't give it to you right away, which I can't give you your health right away. I can't give you your connection with the Spirit of God right away. I can convince you and tell you what to do and make you believe that that's what's going to happen. But it's on you. You've got to take action. You want to make those decisions to grow healthier, to grow wiser, to take time out to meditate, to think and grow rich, to think and be smart, to think and be wise, to plan it, to say today, when I wake up next tomorrow morning, I'm going to think before I get out of the bed. What am I going to do? I'm going to think. I want to make sure I have a positive mental attitude towards anyone and everyone. Think about that. That's what you're going to say to yourself. I know what I'm going to do. I'm thinking, right? I'm thinking about what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a positive mental attitude towards everyone I meet. I'm going to greet each person with love in my heart. I will not judge. I will do the best I can do on my job. Wouldn't that be sensational? If you woke up the next morning and thought about that, you really, really thought about it. Because if you're not thinking, if you're not thinking about those things, then it's not going to happen. If you're not thinking about what am I going to eat, I need to eat something healthy. I need to take my herbs and vitamins. If you're not thinking about those things, it's not going to happen. What exercise do I want to do today? Do I want to go to the gym? Do I want to go walking? Do I want to go jump on my trampoline? Do I want to do deep breathing before? If you're not thinking about those things, you're not planning them, it's not going to happen. So let's think about it and plan it, okay? So, and in the meantime, let's take the next 5 minutes and let's do a silent a meditation, a guided meditation. Close your eyes. Today, I give thanks. I am happy and grateful for my life. I'm happy for my friends and family. I am so appreciative. I know that I have the right to do what I need to do and what I want to do. I know the power is within me. I know that if I stick with my decision will stick with me. I will execute my plan accordingly. I know if I want to think, I must think and write down my thoughts. Thinking is important. Doing what I said I'm going to do is important. Meditating is important. So I time within to listen for guidance. Teach me, guide me, help me to understand the nature, your nature spirit. Help me to understand that this is a spiritual world, yet most people are entertaining the material world. Help me to get a better understanding so I may live according to the spiritual laws. Speak, God, I'm listening. The thoughts are going to come. Let them come and let them go. Don't entertain them. Just listen. Okay, so back to another point. I wanted to mention before I got into all the, I know how boring it can be to follow a decision that is not bringing about results immediately, or even to listen to someone talk about meditation, because we all have our opinions and da 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 da. But I want to say this: we are now at the point where we're being divided again, divided into a distance from each other. We're divided by entertainment. I mean, there's so many different kinds of entertainment on television, the smart TV, YouTube, and etc. That we're becoming more and more divided, and we're losing our humanity. Can that explain why the human robots are now being developed rapidly? The desire was to help us to create, well, the desire was to push us away from humanity. Human beings are no longer loving one another as humans have loved one another and cared for one another. The thing is this: I'm going to be a caretaker, but I'm only going to take care of the ones I get paid to take care of. I'm going to be a doctor. I'm only going to doctor the people I'm paid to doctor. I am going to be a lawyer, a nurse, whatever it is, a technician, a cashier. You know, you go to the grocery stores now. Before you even slide your card, would you like to round up to give me more money? Would you like to give me extra money? Da 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 da. We're not human anymore. The person can't even say hi. You know, we're running a fundraiser, and I want to know, would you like to donate $5? We're helping these people. No, no humanity at all. It's about read the what it says on there. You can answer yes or no. That's what the cashier says. Are they going to ask you a question? Answer yes or no. And what is the question? What is the question? Can you give us more money? It's a robot. Humanity, we have to get back. We have to learn that. I hope and pray that we understand what is happening to humans. Human robots are about to replace humans. They've already laid off a lot of people and replaced them with human robots. They call them human robots. They're not like robots because they think like human beings. They charge their own batteries. They can do functions that we can't even do. They're stronger. So I'm asking you to find time to get back to your human nature, to learn to love others, to care for others. Learn to support one another, not by giving monies, but giving love and kindness and seeing the God in each person. I'm asking you to take time out to meditate. At the top of the hour, 5 minutes of meditation, of quietness. Stop being so busy and just take 5 minutes. We need to save humanity. We need to save our race, our world, because depopulation is on the rise. And if you don't understand that and work towards a better way, then the population will be depopulated, and only a few will survive. And the people that are now, you have more people dying from heart diseases and cancer than ever before. And that's because no, people are not really caring about themselves. So I'm asking you, take the time out to meditate, to get in tune with the spirit within, in quietness. Let the spirit speak to you in quietness. You don't need to utter a word to listen to God. You don't need to visualize. Now, law of attraction is different. Affirmations, visualizations, using your imagination to create, and think about it. Think about it. How many people have done that kind of law of attraction and have gotten what they wanted? Have you? I'm happy if you have. But think about it. Do you really want your children and your grandchildren to live a world that's surrounded with human robots and human beings are slaves? Do you really want that? It's time to meditate. It's time to wake up. It is. So after I finish the last, I think it's 13 principles, we're going to focus on, meditating more. meditating more, developing our spirituality, creating a conscious awareness of God within us and with the other people, keeping our faith in the spirit within, that nothing can take over, nothing can affect us. We won't, our jobs won't be taken away. Our kids won't be lost in numbers. That is what's happening in our world. And I know a lot of times you probably haven't heard about what's happening because most people are so busy, which is fine. We're busy, you know, all of us are busy. But I just wanted to make a note. It is so important to pray. And prayer, the Bible says, when you pray, go into your closet and pray secretly and silently. So if you call yourself praying and you're not in your closet silently praying, and I'm not saying go in there and in silence say, oh God, please give me this. Oh God, please give me that. I need this. That is not prayer. Prayer is when you only ask for guidance, understanding. The law of attraction is when you ask for things. You're trying to attract the things to you. If you want true prayer to be answered, you want to listen to God speak, because when God speaks, things happen in your life. I know it's confusing because most people think meditation is talking to God as well. The same kind of meditation is almost like prayer, the prayer that's been going on for years. And thank God there are a lot of us that do know how to meditate and listen to God speak. Thank God for that. And I definitely commend those who are meditating and listening and not trying to tell God what to do or to solicit God in ways where they want to have or bargain with God. You know, God is fulfillment. God is whole, perfect, harmonious, health, wealth. Everything we have need of is within. So we want to go within and we want to acknowledge the presence of God. We want to be in the presence of God. In the presence of God is fullness of life, right? Fullness of life is joy, peace, and harmony. All these things are coming from within us. And so let's focus on the fact that yes, there's a lot of pleasure in this world. There's a lot of things that can entertain me, but I need to find time to listen to the Spirit of God speak to me. I need to find time to quiet my mind and just listen. And I'm not saying quiet to be just saying, I'm not saying quiet your mind like stop thinking. Your mind is always going to think. You want to not entertain the thoughts. So that's what I mean when I say quiet your mind. Don't entertain the thoughts. Let the thoughts come and let them go and just tune into the Spirit and listen. That's what we need to do. That's what we should be doing. And you only need 5 minutes, 5 times a day. I will say 5 minutes at the top of each hour that you are awake, but at least 5 minutes, 5 times a day to silence, to go into the silence, into your sacred place, your secret closet, wherever you may be able to go and find peace and quiet. And just tune in. You can do that in your car before you get out to go into your office or to work. Just give yourself time that you can spare 5 minutes before you get out of the car, before you leave home. And just sit and just listen. Just say, God, close your eyes and say, God, I cannot my own self do nothing. I want to make a decision. A decision that will help me to think and grow rich in ways that I want to. I want to be able, it's a distraction. All right, back to what I was saying. So take the time out and just say, God, speak to me. I'm listening. And let the thoughts come and go and just listen. Sometimes you will hear the voice, you will feel the presence, you will get a hunch, you will get a nudge. Something is happening. It may not be obvious, but something is happening. Just take the time out to turn with them and listen to the Spirit speak. Speak, God, and listen. So I thank you all so much for joining me. I am going to do last 5 minute meditation. I need meditation too, so let's do it. Close your eyes and just listen. Turn within and listen. Speak, God. I'm listening. Thanks for joining me. I hope you had a great meditation, a great lesson on Think and Grow Rich, making your decisions. It's a lot more to it, of course, but I just wanted to briefly cover the importance of making a decision and sticking with it. Also, meditation is important to be able to commune with God. You want to meditate. Meditation is the new prayer. And of course, good health is your choice, and it's good to be healthy. It's good to feel good every day. You can accomplish more when you're healthy, right? And when you're feeling great every day. And also another note, please meditate at the top of each hour for 5 minutes. Meditate at the top of each hour for 5 minutes with me daily. It can be just 5 times a day. But if you have time to just stop and meditate at the top of each hour while you're awake, That's fantastic. The more we meditate, the more harmonious we become. The more we're able to save humanity. Because right now, human robots are trying to take over. Until next time, to God be the glory. I salute to you and I give thanks. Peace and love. And remember to subscribe and ask others to watch our wonderful, informative Think and Grow Rich meditation and help sessions.